Alright, we just had a false start there. I had the stream set to private, so I had to readjust it. So I'm just double checking everything on my end to make sure that you guys can see everything. Oh, a dust storm's rolling in here. If you're just joining us and seeing me for the first time, my name is Brent. I'm a retired combat vet and a longtime MMO player. I'm currently showcasing the game called Monsters and Memories. It is a classically inspired MMORPG, heavily based off of games like EverQuest. Something we had about 20 years ago that was a cultural phenomenon. And through the decades, we've lost what made that game great, and what made all MMOs great at the time. So this is a very much slower paced, methodical, difficult game. That's not going to be for everyone, but if that sounds right up your alley, I welcome you to the channel, and certainly to come along and enjoy the ride. Just want to make sure that you understand that I'm a community member first and not a streamer first. Majority of the streamers you're going to run into are going to be streamers first, and they're going to be profit motivated. So I felt like me getting into this space, trying to give you the most objective view of the game possible from an average player's perspective and what's going on in the alpha right now. And this is in alpha, and they may be going into beta next year. We don't know that quite yet. They're hoping to. They did push back closed beta because closed beta was supposed to happen in December. They're just probably not going to make that right now, and so I do have a degree in IT, although I've never been into game development, but I do know some of the industry. So like when you're creating a product or coding something, the difference between alpha and beta is that when you go into beta, you have all of your core systems in place and everything just needs to be polished. So in their update around the end of September, they did state that they didn't have all the core processes up to snuff, such as religion, factions, the economy. The economy is in the game. It's just I think they think they need to polish it a little bit more. Also, the classes, all the classes need to be looked over. Some of the classes are better than others. Like fighter is a pretty solid class compared to all the others, at least in my opinion. Now, opinions may vary. Depending on who you are talking to, and if you're going to get into this game, I would probably avoid the Reddit and the Discord. And the reason for that, there's a lot of high, strong opinions on that, so just be aware. The majority of my interaction with the community in the game itself has been very positive. And there's been the select streamers that I do like, that I do support, have also been very positive. It might seem like I'm shitting on other streamers for doing the YouTube hustle. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, hey, you know what? It's kind of more about them than it is the game. And with me, it's more about the game than it is me. At least I like to think. But right now we are just we're just walking around the town here a bit aimlessly. I did do some crafting last time. I think we made some copper chain wrist guards. I think I made one. I ended up making these two, an additional copper chain wrist guard and the gloves. So we might be continuing on with the crafting in this game. I will say, yeah, one of the other things that they do need to work on, and I think they did acknowledge, was the crafting system. That needs to be fleshed out, especially leatherworking. Leatherworking seems to be a bit frustrating to deal with. We get all these, like, typically, you get, I guess maybe we don't know, but like, if you have a certain level of knowledge or world knowledge, if you ever looked into how leather is made, you first get animal skin and then you tan it, and then you make leather, right? So the problem is that we get all these animal skins, dropped off the corpses of beasts here, and we can't turn them into leather. So the only way we can get leather is by humanoid mobs like skeletons, or the Ashari, gnolls type of creature, wolf creature, even anthropomorphic type creatures that are out there. That's really seems to be the way you get cloth and leather, which I mean could be worked on. Whereas, you know, with blacksmithing, I mean, that's traditional. Go out, mine a copper node, mine a metal node, or whatever it is, and then you get the copper, and then you go smelt it, and then you make your metal item. So, I mean, there's a clear difference between metalworking and tailoring and leatherworking, which needs to be worked on. Seriously needs to be worked on. Alright. Let me go ahead and drop off a few things at the vendor. I'm getting a little worried about the weight limit that I have, which is at 68 out of 120, and I put max strength into the Ranger, I believe. I think I did. Oh, it's right here, yeah. So max strength on Ranger 20, I mean, that's... any class will have that. So that's fine. So yeah, we got the bat fur right here. We can't turn that into leather. Like, pristine crocodile hide, you should be able to turn that into leather, right guys? Like... What else do I need to get rid of? So let's go ahead and shift, right click, open up all my inventory here. A few things I can probably do without. I don't need that right now. Take that. What is this? This is a fletching kit. I don't need the fletching kit on me per se. So many arrows. You have to make your own ammunition in the game, which is something that I like. Reminds me of RuneScape. I didn't play a whole lot of RuneScape back in the day, but that was something that I do remember you had to do. The fletching kit back, we don't need that. I will take that, but I'll make some torches. We don't need that, we can destroy that, that's fine. Waterfloss. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to be making anything as of right now. Oh, we might do some mining. I need to buy more, I need to get better storage space for these things, so I can't really pouch in the... Oh, maybe I can. Put the fletching kit in there? Is there something in the fletching kit? Oh boy. We got the pouch, we got the mining kit, satchel, we don't need the smithing tool. Yeah, we need a larger... I guess we can put the satchel in here, that's fine. It's in the satchel, can we put this in there? Can we put this in there? Yeah, there we go. Can't put that in there because that's a large item. What else can we do, gentlemen? Brittlestone. We can get rid of the brittlestone somewhere. We'll stuck that somewhere because that is causing a lot of weight issues right now. Got the wood, got the seam ripper for leather working. I do need to get a tailoring kit, so if I get cloth I can just rip it up and store it in, although I could probably just that right there, money pouch. There we go. Alright, so now we're at 58. What if we do this? What else is causing a bunch of... Probably the lumberjacking and the mining pit, or the mining deck, I'd imagine. That over here, no, that's a large item. Yep. So we really gotta be aware of our weight limit here, because that can run into some issues out there in the wild. I know that fighters, when they're plate wearing classes, have a lot of issues with weight, even if they have like the 20 stat in their inventory. Oh, you know what? I'm carrying bars. I'm carrying bars, not the wrapping kind. I mean, that was stupid, but like, you don't know, like wrapping, it's called bars. You gotta drop those bars, right? I'll see myself out. That wasn't even that bad. Right, let's make some torches here, because we're probably going to need them. Make some crude torches. Why do I have my touch kit on me? That's something I really... Alright. Yeah, carrying that extra weapon is killing us, but we have to do it in case we run into the nighttime and I need to pull out a torch. That isn't for me, it's more about you. So in this game, it helps to be prepared. So like I have my axe here, my lumberjacking axe. Probably gonna sell most of these. Got my mining pick, mining pouch for ore. And what are we doing if you're just joining us? Well, we're sitting there, we're getting some rested XP. We just have to sit down and it doesn't really give us a description, but we get more XP when we're rested. So it helps to have wood on you when you're out there in the wild to make a camp, because you don't want to necessarily want to run all the way back to town to get your rested bonus. You want to, if you're going to be grinding out there in the next zone over, you probably want to just sit at camp and gain that experience bonus back. Now, I'm not sure. Now, they just added these things. I don't know if I can pull it down here. This right here. Sheltered, shaded, and rest. I can barely see those. The text, I'm sure that you can barely see them. Now, the video quality is near my resolution. Just a little bit under. Not perfect, but yeah, it says shaded, or sheltered, shaded, and rested. Not sure what these two do. Maybe they have to do with the speed of getting the rested experience bonus. But we are good to go. What we're gonna... Oh, someone... Well, whoever that was, thank you very much for the Speed of the Wild. The Ranger class does get that, I think, in the higher levels, though. More towards, like, level 30, I believe. Makes us run faster, and I think that's why Shaman is one of the more played classes, is because they get that speed bonus so much earlier. So right now we're gonna head to this farmer. We're gonna turn in a few items here, like these fire beetle legs and these scarab legs. Because you know what, we don't really need them. I mean, you need these for like the beetle armor quest, but I mean that's like 2 AC plus 5 health. I mean, if you really want that, you know, hey, go for it. But you get a little bit of experience, and you get, more importantly, free food and items. Can't really beat that, right? Crude torch. Yep, so I got my rations. All the way up to 20 again. Because rations and food can be expensive, so... And really all you have to do is just kill a bunch of snakes and rats and avoid the bats, but... beetles will definitely... Let's see this. That's what I'm going to get. Copper. Copper is very useful for me. Not just for making armor, but the next tier of arrows I can make are copperhead arrows. And they do a whopping 2 damage. Now, I don't know what the damage multiplier is on that, or how effective it is to your base damage, but it does something. Let's see, we kind of need to... Okay, those kind gentlemen are taking that threat away from me. I'm just gonna quickly look around for stuff to to grind and kill. I should be in the other area, I think. This area's a bit sparse, but every so often, or not every so often, each playtest the devs add something new. So like this farm down here used to be a friendly area for everybody to just go sit and chill. Now they put a bunch of hostile mobs in there, and I went up there and walked up to a farmer thinking he was friendly, and I got killed. Like, hello, sir. And then I just immediately died. Like, oh, okay, well. That was fun. The other thing that we have to do is we have to con our, the mobs that we're looking at, so... Hunter sees, you see a mob that sees at you, they're hostile. Yeah, see a hired thug. You don't really want to mess with that. I do like the water. As well. I think I chose swimming as one of my perks on this character. I was hoping to explore the sewers, but it looks like they closed the sewers down. Unfortunately for you and me. That doesn't seem like a thing that we're going to be able to see unless I'm mistaken. That area of the park is closed. to further notice for some reason, I guess. I mean, I was looking at it, and like, yeah, there were some buggy parts. Like, my camera would go through the wall, and I would be able to see like the rest of the zone, which I don't think is intended. So my wife is texting me here. Talking to me about dental insurance, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's nice, babe. I mean, it's something that I am going to be listening to her on, but right now I started this, and so I kind of have to commit and get this finished, and then I can go off and do other things. So I won't be playing that long. And really, the main intention of me doing this, I'm not necessarily looking for grouping. I'm just showing that you can solo with most of the classes. I think certain classes can do it more efficiently than others, but most of the classes that I've played, you should be able to have a decent experience solo, because you know sometimes you're just not going to be able to find a group, and if you don't know, this game is really focused for social dependency, and that was one of the things that made EverQuest really good. But we kind of lost that with the arcade style theme park MMOs like WoW, where people would go solo, and they're like, oh, that must be a really thing that people want to do, just experience the game solo while playing multiplayer games. And it's not necessarily the case. It's that, like, hey, you know, we may not have time to go find a group. We just, like, for me, like, right, like I'm a full-time student again, changing my vocation, married, like, I don't have a whole lot of time to do a lot of things. Alright, that thing is hostile. I think the cinder beetles are hostile. Oh, okay, no, that's just a giant fire. Okay, well. And I think this place right here fills up with undead at night. Oh, there's a gentleman here. Is that a bandit? I love these rattlesnakes. Well, they're yellow. I mean, we can take them as far as the ranger goes, because the ranger has a great ability of snare. So let's try that. Let's go ahead and first what we need to do, and this is kind of bothering me, is that we should be able to, I don't know why this always, there's something called the pop-out stats where we don't have to necessarily open up our character window sheet like this. We don't have to do that. Go ahead and snare this. Run. And then we're gonna turn. Why not? Burning embers. Lower the. Snare the target again. Now, this burning embers can stack up to 3 times, but I don't know if it's worth it to cast all that much. And in my experience, damage avoidance is better than damage mitigation. Some classes you're just not going to be able to avoid that on. Oh, rattlesnake skin, nice. It's about a silver. Haven't been over here. One of the great things about this game is that they tell you nothing about the world. They literally drop you in and give you a class note and then introduce you to your guild master, and then that's it. The rest is up to you. So I mean, it's a sandbox experience. Like, oh hey, I want to know what's going on over here, and you might go over there and you might find some type of rare item in that tower over there. Let's see what this guy, giant. Why is this thing? Oh, okay. There's a guy right there. He was hiding in the beetle. Okay. All right, that's pretty cool. What's this dude? What's this dude up to? Okay, that's a shambling zombie. All right, well, we can take on rattlesnakes, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and keep on that. Some burning embers down. Is that a cinder beetle or a giant fire beetle? Kind of important to understand the difference. Once the ranger gets Spirit of the Wild, I mean, it's going to be Speed of the Wild, excuse me. It's going to be a very, very fun class. But yeah, at level like 5, you get the snare, which is, as you can see, pretty useful as long as you connect with your shots. Let's go ahead and start the target again here. There we go. Getting a little too close. Oh. There we go. Going straight at the target. We don't take too much damage from this guy. But yeah, he's hard to take on. Another rattlesnake skin, nice. Actually, very, very nice to have. Oh, did the snare not work? I don't think the snare worked. I think it resisted. Alright, that's cool. We can go ahead and snare the target though. Come on. You got this. You got this, BB. Let's do this. Alright, get snared again. There we go. This makes me really curious about how to, if I want to play Archer or not. And then Archer, think the archer does get a snare. I'm gonna have to try that out, and I don't know, maybe we'll have another playtest. I know that we're probably gonna have like a really short playtest or a stress test that they're gonna do, like in the next few months here before early access. But typically I miss those because I'm not necessarily on their Discord all the time. But if you want to get into that, you still have an opportunity before the character wipe to check it out. Alright, let's see. Somebody dropped something over here, and so since we're out here in the wilds, I mean, this is the furthest away I've been from the city. Okay, well, I'll take that, whatever this is. Jackaltooth? Okay. You gotta watch out. There's madmen from the desert that are batshit crazy. These are bandits. R.I.P. brother. But I'm gonna go to that wood line there. Oh. Huh. Now is this, I know mouse things I can probably take without much issue. We do need to rest a little bit. Burning Embers doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. It does lower their AC, so we want to give us more of an opportunity to hit our target. Stacks up to 3 times. Does last a while. Snap the guy again. So we're gonna need it. Right now I have training arrows equipped, so I'm not doing too bad. I really want to start producing copperhead arrows at some point. There we go. Alright, not bad, not bad. I'm getting some really good experience here. I do, however, need to snare this guy. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Every single thing in the table, so I'll try to snare this guy. Go. There we go. I mean, this is a yellow con, right? All the way out here, and that would be death for anybody else but the ranger. Maybe the bard. Bard could definitely take that guy out. Ooh, see? Yeah, that's why you don't want to. There we go. Well, keep our distance there. already. Nice. Alright, time to find an area to camp. Let's go to that wood line, see what's over there for a minute. I need to get my mana back up, because that snare is, well, effective. I mean, it's drained my mana. What is this? Hopefully this is not like... Hopefully this is a friendly area. I don't know. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Unless you've been out here before and you are just seeing my video. Like, yeah. I do see a campfire right here, so I might just go over here and take a look here. What is this? This is a pirate captain. Pirate captain, what is this guy? Yeah, it looks indifferent. Let's see, are these guys... Okay, well, I guess... I don't know, what's this? Okay, I'll take that. That's mine. That's my bow now. Yoink. Well, I mean, you know, that'd be a waste of a campfire. I don't know where that guy's going. I'm going somewhere, but we'll... Does that bow have... Let's see, I have a bow. Is that bow any different from mine? No, it's the same. What is this? What this is? What is this? Brittlestone, okay. Gotcha. Alright, Brittlestone. Gotcha. Hey, you know what, Brittlestone? That makes arrows, man. That does make arrows. Let's go ahead and get in this, wood line here and camp out for a bit. See if we can chop some wood. Okay, cool. Rattlesnake. That's interesting. It's a... That one's pretty much even with me, so I can probably take that one on without much issue. Yeah, that guy's... The only thing I gotta be aware of is, the madman. And you do have to get punched in the face every so often to get your defenses up. So, but when I'm playing with Ranger, it's a fairly robust class. It's not as... It's definitely not as flimsy as you would think. It's called the Dunes Madman. The Dunes Madman. So we're just gonna run through here. Let's see, who are these guys? Druid, tell me. Alright, well... Okay, that's not seized, so... Okay, cool. Alright, druids. Kinda nice to find a peaceful place here. I was not expecting that, but I will certainly keep that in mind. I'm surprised there's no wood chopping areas. I guess that would be if this is like a druid grove. You wouldn't be able to cut down their trees. I mean, I don't know where I'm going. I mean, this is the farthest I've ever been out here because I've been like too afraid to like. I keep thinking I have a map, and I don't. And that's another thing. You don't have a map or a compass in the game. What you can do is you can navigate by the sun. So this is all new to me. I don't know where I'm really going. I'm just exploring here. Um, let's see what this is. Okay, that's bad. That's also bad. Let's not go down that way. We will. They told me to respect the local fauna, and I didn't. Interesting. What's this? See some adventurers running around out there. And I'm primarily just hunting rattlesnakes. And it's a good thing that we're doing that. What do you say we make camp right here? Is that a fire? You know, what if these like druids turn like hostile at night? Get some type of what was that horror movie that was Summer Solstice or whatever it was about the Swedish druids that would sacrifice people? That's not a campfire. That is a familiar, I think. That's what it's called. I don't know. It's called the elementalist. That's another. You know, typically I'm not like a wizard player or a cloth player, but elementalist seems pretty cool for a cloth class. I would, in my opinion. And we're gonna hunker down here. No, I don't. Oh. There we go. All right. Let's make a campfire. Make a camp here. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna chill for a bit. Let's take a look at my pack here. Okay, I got 8. I'll put the brittle stone in here. That seems to be. I don't know what that is. Alnite or Alnite. Maybe I'm mispronouncing it. Maybe I'm illiterate. See what person that one. Very, very dope little game, I would say. Very atmospheric. Checking the quality of the stream here. You can always cook that steak. We're so good on rations here. I mean, I didn't tend to like come all the way out here and explore. So I was just kind of like, screw it. Let's just go see what we can do, and we're all the way out here. Okay, well, we're fully rested. I mean, we don't have a full mana bar, but that's okay. All right, Mr. Rattlesnake, here we go. Where are you at? It's okay, I can go ahead and beat on this guy here. Not bad. Not bad. Not a bad couple rolls there. I do like the animation for the wood elf. That roundabout stick is. He is quite badass. Will-o-wisp. Where you going, man? Mine. Give me your skin. Or your tooth. We also have tracking in this game that the ranger gets, so we can track that if we really want to. And level up our tracking. Not necessarily trying to track that. I just want to level it up because I think that should be here. Tracking, yeah, I gotta find more. So we just keep tracking it then. Gotta be really careful. Because these dudes are magic infused. There we go. Bring this guy back down here. Since he's a Lycon, I can go ahead and go toe-to-toe with this guy. And every so often you have to fight toe-to-toe. And that's the best time to train up your could use burning embers if you really want to. What are the will-o-wisps? Have you ever looked it up? The actual real-life lore about the will-o-wisps? It's an actual thing, like in real life. I think it's like ghost lights. But it's super interesting. I've been reading it about it when I was like 15. I can't really remember all of it, but I just remember like, oh, it's an actual thing in real life lore. That's outside of the game, that the game didn't like create itself. Oh, that's super interesting. Okay. What's this on the ground here? Is this a bush? Like a bush. So we're We're just kind of meandering here. No particular place to go. See what this guy is. Okay, well. You know, hey. Let's go ahead and snare this guy. You want to be super careful when you're out here this far from like the city. Like I think I'm on, like my spawn is like the west gate on this character. It's a long walk. If I die. And when you die, there's something called a corpse run you have to do. So at a certain point, you start to lose experience when you die, so you really want to avoid that as much as you possibly can. Right, so like this yellow con, like we don't want to really take any chances with this dude. Your surroundings at all times here. Missing a lot of my shots. Also not doing a whole lot of damage. There we go. Oops, got interrupted. It's gonna go bad for me even if the thing's at like half health. I need to make sure that. Hit me for like 16 points of damage. Oh shit, okay, well we gotta snare him again. Luckily that's not like a cinder beetle. I don't know that's not. But yeah, we shouldn't do that, shouldn't switch targets like that. I don't know, I was getting some really shitty rolls. What's this guy at? Okay, well that's not bad. It's a white con. We can take that white con on. Now, the kick ability doesn't do any damage, which I disagree with, but it's mainly just the inputs. You always want to work on your skills, so like even this white con right here, like I'm I'm not kiting for the reason I'm trying to get my defensive skills up. Dodges up, defense. Okay. What about might? Is might up? No, might's not up. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to make sure that I have this up and running. I always forget that. I mean, I can see the screen perfectly fine. You guys can't. And typically, last playtest you were able to put the gamma up all the way, and the stream used to be fine. Yep, that's why we don't want to be complacent out here. I'm at low health, and that Dune Madman caught me. Surprised I keep missing. Alright, let's head back to our camp. Rest up for a bit. Oh man, we almost leveled. I'm surprised. Let's see. Very surprised. Wasn't even intending. I guess I've been taking on like yellow cons and like fuck. Alright, well, can't do that just yet. This is a bit dicey. I'm just sitting here resting. There's a shambling zombie, which is a red count. Okay, he's as long as nothing else comes behind me in my camp. I mean, I really should have put the campfire in the Druid Grove. Save our torch here in just a minute. See how many 15 minutes left on Speed of the Wild. Well, Ranger does get it at like the higher levels. That guy coming towards me or coming one away? Oh, good. The player took him. We don't want to get caught unaware here, so we're just kind of chilling out for a minute, getting our mana back up, and then we'll go out. Hunt some rattlesnakes again. Yeah, I really do like this game. It's because you can be intending not to do anything, and then all of a sudden, you're out here on a wild adventure, like unintended. Like I figured I'd like try to do some crafting and like gear up a little bit more, and that's just not the case. I've been just hunting, hunting out rattlesnakes out here in the woodline. I mean, it's the only mob I can take on out here, and that's fine. I just gotta avoid everything else, or at least not aggro or anything else. There's not a whole lot of hostile mobs out here. All right, I think we're good. I think we can go ahead and going out there. Let's go ahead and get this going here. Hopefully, we don't run into anything else. Hopefully, I don't. The thing that I'm really worried about is the Dunes Madmen. They're a ranged mob, and they hit like a truck, so I don't want to deal with that. If I was an Inquisitor at this level, or if I had a higher level Inquisitor, I'd probably want to take them on. Alright, let's go ahead and ensnare this target. Go ahead, go this way. Run. That's a good measure. There we go. Always nice to see a player run by. You don't feel so lonely out here. Get me snare. Ugh. Well, sometimes they get bad rolls too, you know. Oh my god, that's good to shit out of me. There we go. Right now we'll go ahead and hit in the face. Give me your snake teeth. Alright, let's go ahead and snare this guy. Run. Yeah, I gotta get... Damn it. Go. Got him. Damn. Let's use my fuck. This can go bad. This can go bad if the snare doesn't go up. Come on, go on. There we go. Oh, see, snare can really hurt. Where you going? There we go. Alright, now we gotta rest again. That is how you take on higher con mobs. If I was more careful, I could probably swing another one, but I don't want to risk it, man. I really don't. I mean, I could patch myself up, but like, shit. Okay, can we? Okay, yeah, there's still a fire going. That's fine. Oh, you know, where are my logs here? How many logs do I need to put on? A log. Alright. Almost leveled. This would be a good opportunity to say, you know, yeah, you don't necessarily need bandaging or first aid with the ranger, but you know, like in this scenario, it would have been fairly optimal to try to do that because I didn't need to use mana. About to lose, yeah, about another 5 minutes. But once we level, we're gonna head back to town, and then I'm gonna log. Well, I'm gonna get the next spell, which I think is Woodskin, which is gonna help us out a little bit more as far as our AC goes. Level 8 is when we get meditation, which is going to help us out. I mean, I kind of wish they would like give it to us a little bit earlier, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna tell them how to make their game. I mean, I guess certain things are fine to change. I mean, I think like because they did said they were going to look at all the class kits, and I think certain abilities need to be sooner than rather than later. Like for the paladin and the cleric, I think they need to get their undead killing ability sooner. Go. I'm just gonna. We're gonna try to conserve mana and not use burning embers and see, because we just really need to go through our training arrows here, so I can start using the upgraded ones. One damage, one damage, one damage. There we go. I just gotta get a good roll. Snare, 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 snare. There we go. Yeah, maybe burning embers could like use some work. Like maybe to lower their AC a little bit more. Let's reposition. There we go. Reposition again because that snare is going to run off soon. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and snare. There we go. And I think snare has an ability, or has a chance of like wearing off sooner than later. I just have so much ammo, it doesn't really matter. There, you son of a bitch! Ugh. Yeah, you should be able to run soon. There we go. Okay. I'm so glad these guys don't aggro like fire beetles would. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and snare. Reposition. Fire. Reposition. Fire. Reposition. Fire. Position. Snare. Ooh. There we go. Go ahead and do that. We might lose our line of sight on this guy. Position. Yeah, it's snaring me now. Oh yeah, you're almost dead. Come here. There we go. Not a bad... Alright. Yeah, you know, it's almost just more beneficial not to use the burning embers, which I thought would be a lot better. 1,002, 1,003, 1,000. Missed. Ooh, that was a good roll. interrupted. Still getting interrupted. Still got interrupted. There we go. Alright, got the snare off. Ugh. Ouch. Run, run, run. Run, 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 run. There we go. Alright. That was some good rolls though. Yeah, it's really random. Random how much damage I'm doing with the bow. I think it just depends on the AC of the creature. Dang, there we go. Got some rattlesnake skins too. Okay, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Thanks, pal. Let's go ahead and bow this guy. I don't have anything to give him, but... May have like corruption protection I can do. Okay, I guess I can. Shaman. It's too bad. I could have used that guy earlier. Alright, time to go all the way back to town. Shamans are great. Let's see why. A lot of people play them, man. A lot of buffs. Oh, nice. I will take that. That's always good to have. I don't necessarily need to go and make more torches before I can... Yeah, so you just gotta be really careful being all the way out here and not die. Gotta be good at the game. One of the things that people complain about the most is the corpse runs, and it's like you get these new people in here like, oh my god, this game's gonna suck because it's corpse runs. It's like, well, no, I mean, it's intentional to have that. And then my opinion of it, and you know, you can disagree, that's fine, but I play Dark Souls, and I have the mentality of, maybe you should get good at the game and not die. There's a reason why we shouldn't reward bad gameplay. Like, right? The game shouldn't reward you for that. On the same, I guess, in the same breath, the corpse run itself, it could be an adventure of its own. So you're not necessarily losing progress. You're just getting a learning experience. So if you die, let's say, in a hostile camp, and there's no way for you to get your corpse back, well, guess what? You're gonna have to talk to somebody. You're gonna have to make time. And it sucks, right? You can't really that was a risk. What I was doing, I wasn't really supposed to be doing that, anyways. But if I ended up dying and I had to get off, which I do now, to go do stuff, do household chores, get the house straightened up before my wife comes home, start doing homework again. Probably should avoid that. Okay, probably should avoid that. There are a lot of mobs here that I have not seen before. That's dope. That is so dope. Anyways, what I was saying is basically you should get good at the game, not die. I said that on the Discord once, and that was a bad idea, because there are some really adamant people that disagree with that mentality. But you know what? Because they were so blatantly rude to me about it, I'm gonna dig my heels in and still have that opinion. But I mean, you feel free to disagree. That's fine. Now, of course, there's going to be instances where you just can't, not even with like a group, to get your corpse back. So, I mean, like your corpse could like fall through the world or something. In that case, like, you know, like there's not much you can do. That's not beyond your control. So it's really a question of fairness, and you know, like what I want, for me at least, is like a difficult game, a punishing game. That I was used to as a kid, because as a kid, like I was sitting here, like I was on a warrior, soloing and going out, getting myself killed and having to run back. And you know, it might take you an hour to get your corpse back. And it is what it is, right? Alright, so let's head back to the barracks here, or the garrison. What are we doing here? What do I got here before I move on to anything else? Okay, well I got a few things I can turn into the... I'm definitely gonna sell that rattlesnake skin. It's like 3 silver. What's this? What is this? I will take that. I will also take that. That's fine. That's mine. People don't realize there's a survival vendor that you can sell these things. I think like wood's like 2 copper and the resin is 1 copper, but if you, I mean, you combine it, right, you get like, it's like 6 copper, so you're making a profit with their survival skill, doing very little effort. This is worth 3 silver. What else? What else is out here? This right here. The bone chips you turn into the paladins, and they give you some experience and some reputation gain. Alright, cool. Very cool. That right there. Snake meat, she doesn't take that. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. And we'll sell the snake fangs, and we'll sell the rattlesnake, we'll sell the bow. Pretty good haul, I would say. I mean, I didn't do any crafting. I might do that off stream. You don't have to forgive me, but because I try to keep a consistency with the stream and try to show people as much progression as I possibly can. I should probably give that to that guy. That's alright, it's spider silk. Well, it's 10 of them, so then that's mine. I got it first. Alright, let's go ahead and go to this vendor here. Okay, what is this, unusual? Yeah, you should just go ahead and destroy that. It's fine. How did I know? There we go. All right. Time to head down south. We'll sell the rattlesnake skin, and then we'll sell the bow. While we're at the bank, we'll pick up the book, and we'll get our wood skin. You know what? Let's do this. Okay. Now we got a bunch of items we can sell. Brittlestone. We'll start find some more wood and make a bunch more arrows because I only have 100 stonehead arrows. I can just add that. Okay, we're finally getting through our training arrows, and then we'll upgrade to our. We'll stockpile some stonehead arrows. Probably either I'm going to do it off stream or on stream. Fletching is fairly easy, fairly straightforward. I thought it was going to be a bit more complicated, but it's not. You just need lumberjacking and mining. And then the brittlestone and the copper. I mean, copper's like really easy to get and make. Rattlesnakes again. Yeah, I will sell 3 of those to you, sir. Thank you for your business. Then we will go and we'll go to the survival vendor here. I just want to get through that that stockpile of training arrows that I have. We can do sell, 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 sell. See, this is worth like 6. Right, I mean, like, that's worth some money, right? Like, it's not nothing. That's not nothing. It's okay. Well, I mean, I have. That's okay. I can go out and get some wood. Okie dokie. I said I was going to stop at the bank. Grab my book. I don't know what happened to my book. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we'll put that there. There. Oh, there we go. Okay. Go buy the. Cook some of that snake meat. Sell it. And this is how you make money. Yeah, I don't know if cooking ever levels up at this point in the game. It may just be a low priority for them. I would have to imagine it would be. Alright, now we're gonna go to the garrison. Sell the bow. Pick up the. Oh yeah, I dropped like 20 pounds. Nice. There we go. We're gonna go to this dude over here. Quartermaster. Hello, good sir. There you go. You're doing business with you. And we're gonna go to our Ranger Merchant and take a look at what we got at level 6. Wood skin. All right, there we go. Alright, level 6 wood skin. Yay! What does that do? Slightly more useful to a party. Hey, alright. Alright, gentlemen. I think that's a good place to call it. Alright, so again, this has been Monsters and Memories. I'm doing a ranger playthrough here. If you like the game, go check it out at monstersmemories.com. I definitely don't think that you can't just get into this game and you have to be shoehorned into a group all the time. Obviously, that's not the case. I hope you enjoyed. And, I guess I will see you out there. I keep telling you guys I'm going to talk about philosophy, and I just like keep forgetting. But anyways, I will see you out there because I got stuff to do. Have a good one.